Yo, what is up, Unbelievable Boys? Back here in another video. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Today we are going to be doing a very special video. Today we are doing a pure live twin deck profile, but with a bit of a twist. We're going to be using a new card that's coming out in Supreme Darkness. Y'all know her, y'all love her, y'all may hate her too because she summons Jowkin, but she is the one and only A-Bao, the Lightless Shadow. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because this card is the newest addition to the live twin deck. It's not really directly live twin, it's not really in the archetype, but this is technically live twin support since this was supposed to come out with the tactical tri deck, right? So this goes along with the tactical tri deck. Each tactical tri deck got one card to support the archetype, so like Eldritch, Cyber Dragon, and live twin. And this was the live twin card, right? And I'm not even gonna lie right now. Right now, this card makes live twin absolutely broken. I won't be surprised if this gets banned. Like, even the live twin as purest form can actually compete with just this one card. This one card makes this deck absolutely broken. So of course, you know, I'm the live twin master, so you know I had to make a video on this, and you know what I'm saying. So in this series, this is gonna be part one of this series. Today I'm going to be doing pure live twin, but in other parts we're going to be showcasing different variants of live twin and showing you guys the real power of this deck. See how the deck operates with this new card that's coming out. Show you guys the combos, the deck list, how the deck lists are gonna be looking like, so that way you guys prepare, buy your cards, and see how you guys are gonna actually play this card, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and let's hop right into it. Now, before we get right into it, I do want to explain to you guys this card for anyone who doesn't know what this card does. But for anyone who already knows what this does and just wants to go right into the deck profile, I'm going to be having timestamps down below for each section of the video. So the deck list, the explanation, the combos, etc. Alright, so this is going to be the explanation part. This is a Baoku, the Lightless Shadow. It's a Dark Fiend Link 4. It needs 2 or more monsters, including a Fiend monster. And it has the following effect. So you can only use the first effect and second effect once per turn. The first effect is you could during the main phase, either player's main phase, you can quick effect discard 1 card for cost and either destroy a card on field, non-targeting, or you can banish this card you control into the end phase, so it comes back at the end phase. And you can summon any light or dark from your grave. So that makes this card absolutely broken, because some things like Jowkin on your opponent's turn, which is absolutely insane. And the Jowkin does not prevent this card to summon itself back, because it's not actually being special summoned. It's just simply placing itself back on the field, which is absolutely insane, right? And then after that, the second effect is during your standby phase, so only your standby phase, you could draw cards equal to the different types of monsters in your graveyard. So for example, live twin has Cybers and Fiends. If you have 2 of those, you get to draw 2 cards, right? So it's for 1 for each different attribute in your graveyard, right? And then after that, you put the same number of cards from your hand into the bottom of the deck, right? I don't think you shuffle, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. But yeah, so this card is absolutely amazing, and we're going to be showing you guys the deck list to go along with it. So let's hop right into the deck list. So for starters, we're going to be getting started in the main deck. This is a 42 card main deck. I'll be showing you guys why in a bit. Now I'm going to be going to this deck list relatively quickly, because I do want to get into the combos, because the combos is the bread and butter of this deck profile. But I'm going to be showing you guys the deck list I'm working with right now. I'm still not 100% on these ratios, so don't take these 100% seriously, but this is probably the best ratios right now, right? Depends on how the format shapes up to be when Baoku comes out, right? So this is just right now, before even Baoku comes out, but like this hand trap setup and stuff like that is based on right now into TCG format, but it is subject to change, of course, right? So yeah, so of course you can be running like Lancey inside, like that, stuff like that. So to start things off, we are running 12 starters in the deck. We are running 3 copies of Live Twin Lila. Live Twin Lila is our main normal summon, and she is the best normal summon because she gets you access to Keyskill Frost. Keyskill Frost does give you an extra draw on your opponent's turn, which is insane. You could draw into more hand traps, potentially more interruption or follow-up. So of course she is the best normal summon. Lila Tree is not the greatest, to be honest, so that's why we don't consider Keyskill the best normal summon. But still, you do have to run 3 Keyskill. We are maxing out on the best starters of the deck, because now we cannot run home, right? We cannot run home because we have a Baoku, right? And even with the one card combo, we still access to Baoku. And what Live Twin Home does, it actually locks you into Evil Twins only, right? So it's not like the soft lock that we have on the Evil Twins that lock into Fiends. It actually locks you to Evil Twins. So you won't be able to summon a Baoku, and a Baoku is literally the center of this deck. So I really want to get access to Baoku as much as possible. So that's why I did have to cut the home for this list. So that's why we are maxing out on every starter to make this deck extra consistent. Because of course we are running a 42 card deck. So of course we are running 3 Snitch and 3 Password. My bad. Yeah, usually we run 2 Password and 1 Treat, but I mean 1 Treat. Home. My bad. My brain didn't work for a second. So now the reason why we're running a 42 card deck. Now let me show you guys real quick. So you want to minimize drawing these combinations, right? So you don't want to draw Keys Kill with Lila, and you don't want to draw Secret Password with Sunny Snitch, because you don't want to draw 2 normal summons, because you can only normal summon once, of course. So just having 2 normal summons, having 1 dead is not that very good. You want to, and then after that, you activate Sunny Snitch and it gets ashed. You can't really extend with Secret Password because there's nothing else to search other than Sunny Snitch, right? So that is the problem with this deck. But to minimize drawing these combinations, I did run it at 42 card deck, and then most of the time you do want to draw like these combinations, right? You want to draw a monster with a search spell, just in case one of them gets negated, you have the other to rely on, right? So very nice and a powerful lineup. And now of course we have the extenders. We are running 1 Keyscore Frost and 1 Treat. I am not running more, I am not running less, because since you're running 3 Keyscore, you do need a Treat. And I would never run more than this, because they don't do anything on their own, right? You don't want to just open this up and just have to rely on this as your only starter, because they don't do anything on summon. So you want to really max out on the ones that actually do something and just have these in the deck as backups, just in case you need to search them or you need to summon them from deck off of your live turns, right? So only 1 of each, because they don't do anything by themselves. They really need to rely on what you have on board in order to actually do anything, right? So that is it for the Live Twin engine. I'm not running the Evil Twin a main deck monster, because I just really didn't have enough room. But if you do find room to run it, I mean, I think you can actually run it. I'm actually considering running it, to be honest, as like an Ultimate Slayer target. As soon as Rizio comes out, Ultimate Slayer is going to be like a really mandatory card, especially as a Mirror Logic aggregator target. So I definitely recommend you guys pick up your Evil Twins, Keys Kill, and Lila, and the Mirror Logic aggregator with the Ultimate Slayers, right? And yeah, so now let's go on to some other engines we have. Alrighty, so for some other engines, I am running a bit of a different engine. I never really showcased this engine at all on this channel before, but I did play around with it. I am running a very small Spright engine, okay? So this is still pure. Trust me. This is still a pure deck profile, but I'm just showing you guys. This is not Live Twin Spright, okay? Trust me, this is not Live Twin Spright. This is just an engine we're using, okay? We're replacing Parallel Seed, because although if you do want to go for more of a pure approach, because you like that, because I do get it, Spright is annoying, and I really hate playing Spright in this deck. But if you do want to go for a more pure approach, you can play your boy Parallel Seed. But of course, if you want to play the better Parallel Seed package, it is being the 3 Spright Blue, the 1 Spright Jet, and then the 1 Double Cross, okay? So reason being is that not only does this package give you extra like interruptions, this package still does the Parallel Seed's job. Like it still ends up giving you 2 bodies that you need. But this also, like, if you open up blue, you grab Jet, and then Jet grabs a Double Cross. That is extra interruption that is well needed in this deck, because the deck does not put up that much like crazy boards, but this just adds on to the board, which is absolutely insane. And you do need these as extra bodies. And then now none of these are bricks either, except for a Double Cross, because it is a like dead going second. But overall, none of these are bricks, because Live Twin plus Extender is still full combos, still makes a massive board, right? And yeah, so Jet is not a brick, Blue is not a brick, and the Double Cross is not a brick unless you're going second, right? And this just makes your Parallel Seed engine way more consistent, because this is 4 cards to get access to your Parallel Seed. Instead, it's basically running 4 Parallel Seed instead of 3, right? So that's why I'm running that. But of course, if you do want to go for a more pure approach, you can run the Parallel Seed. Okay, and then after that, I am running an Unchained package. Other than Parallel Seed, this is absolutely mandatory. I do think running the Unchained package is absolutely mandatory in this deck, especially for being a pure Live Twin deck. You do need this for the extra interruptions and stuff like that. And yeah, so we are running the one Abominable Chamber. She'll be showing you guys in a bit. So we're not running Escape anymore. And of course, we're running the one Shavar. I am going to be getting an Ultra Rare this, so don't worry about it. So yeah, one Shavar, one Abominable Chamber. These are the 2 bricks of the deck, but this is a little bit more bricky than Shavar, because Shavar is still like useful in a sense, right? So yeah, that is it. Okay, I dropped my cards. That is it for the main core of the deck. Now let's go on to the non-engine. Alrighty, so for the non-engine, sorry, I can't speak. We are running a pretty hefty non-engine. We're running 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Nibiru. I'll be showing you guys why in a bit, why we're running 3 Nibiru. It's absolutely insane. And I'm also going to be showing you guys why we're running 3 Imperm. Now, normally I never run 3 Imperm. I absolutely never run 3 Imperm. But now I'm running 3 Imperm. It's absolutely insane in this deck. And I'll be showing you guys why in the combo portion. We're running 1 Ogre, 1 DD Crow, and this is supposed to be 3 Full Loss, but I do apologize because I do not have Full Loss. I refuse to pay for it because I'm just stubborn like that. I'm just a little boy, you know. I can't be spending all that money just for a Full Loss. 300 bucks, bro. I could be leveling up my microphone. I could be leveling up my video quality with 300 bucks, and I'm not gonna buy Full Loss just for it to. No, I'm just not buying Full Loss, to be honest. So yeah, 3 Full Loss. I'll be putting up pictures on screen for you guys, and yeah, that is it for the live twin. I mean, not the live twin, sorry, the hand trap lineup. That is 17 hand traps, and to round everything off, we are running 3 crossouts and 1 call by. This is our only way of answering to things like hand traps and Nibiru, because this deck unfortunately still dies to Nibiru. So yeah, we do definitely need to run 3 copies of crossout and 1 call by to play around hand traps. Now let's go through the extra deck real quick. Alright, so for the extra deck, we are running, of course, the girl herself. We are running 2 Kiskill, 2 Lila, and 2 Trouble Sunny, usually mandatory. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's usually pretty usually a regular lineup. And of course, for the Unchained package, you are running 1 Rage, 1 Yama, 1 Anguish, and then for the Anguish targets, you have Axis, Code Talker, and Griffin. Griffin is for like branded matchups, because do you have an actual, there's like the branded matchup actually absolutely sucks. So you actually really need this card in order to actually beat those kinds of matchups, right? So the branded matchup, the voice matchup, stuff like that, just any matchup that doesn't summon from the extra deck, doesn't link summon, is just like, this card is crazy, right? We have 1 Muckraker, and then this SP. If you can't afford SP, it is getting a reprint in the newest set, Bonanza, so it's going to be like a $10-ish card, maybe 8. But if you still can't afford it, if it's still not in your price range, you can run Unicorn. Don't worry, I'm going to be picking the SP up, so that way you guys won't have to see this proxy no more, alright? And then after that, of course, lastly, you have 1 Phoenix, alright? So that is my Evil Twin, my extra deck. Now let's go on to combo number 1. Alrighty, so welcome to combo number 1. This is going to be showcasing a 1 card combo, just opening up 1 live twin monster. So this could be any monster. It could be the secret password. It could be Sunny Snitch to get you to the monster. It could be Lila. It could be Kiskill. It can be anything at all. Just as long as you have access to 1 of these, you have full combo, okay? And to showcase this, of course, I do have 4 other cards in hand. This could be any other cards that could be in your hand, such as hand traps, other engine pieces, etc. Doesn't really matter. But we're just going to be showcasing our plays with just 1 card, right? So to start things off, we're going to normal summon our live twin Lila. Next, we're going to activate her effect. This is going to be summoning out our Keyskill Frost, okay? Specifically Keyskill Frost because we want the extra draw. We want to be able to draw into extra hand traps, right? And then next, after that, we're going to link these away for our Evil Twin Keyskill. Now we're going to activate the Keyskill's effect. She's going to summon back a Lila from Grave, right? So if you're a long-time viewer, you know that this is the usual combo that you do, just ending on trouble something, but this is going to be way more than that. Let me show you guys why. So next we're going to link those two into a Leela, activate the Leela's effect, and this is going to summon back a key skill. Okay? Next we're going to use key skill's effect, best not forget. We're going to be drawing a card. So this is going to be any card, doesn't really matter. I'm just showing you guys that for the time being. And that is going to be a live twin Leela, but now we have 5 cards in hand. And next after that we're going to be linking these 2 monsters into Trouble Sunny. Okay? So now what we could do, what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and activate the Trouble Sunny's effect. Normally you will end turn here if before a Baoku, but now post a Baoku. We can actually tribute this, summon out both of the twins. And then after that what you could do, you could link the twins into the lady herself, a Baoku, the Lightless Shadow. Now we're going to activate the effect of a Lightless Shadow. So let's say if you have a dead card in hand that you really don't want to use, such as this Lila for example, we're not going to need it. So we could discard it, activate the effect, activate the effect Baoku, discard for cost, so we're going to discard the Lila, banish herself, so we're going to use the summon effect to summon back a Trouble Sunny from grave, okay? So very, very nice here. And then this is, we're going to end turn here, so we're going to summon back the Baoku since she comes back on end phase. And this is our board. So this may not look much, but it's actually insane. Way better than the before, right? So basically this is what you have. You have Trouble Sunny, you have the key skill Frost Engrave to draw a card, and then you have a Baoku to either destroy a card on the field or summon something back from grave. So this is what you could do. Of course you have 4 other cards in hand, so these could be hand traps, for example. Right now we have Ash, Nibiru, Veiler, and DD Crow. So you could use whatever hand traps you can. And what's really nice about this is if you have Nibiru here, what you could do, this is why I'm running 3 Nibiru, because Nibiru is insane going first, especially for the 1-card combo, right? So basically what you could do, you could go Trouble Sunny, Chainlink 1, tribute herself for cost, Chainlink 2 Nibiru. Let's say if you have another card in hand, by the way. You have to have another card in hand in order to resolve this effect. So let's say we didn't use our DD Crow just yet. So we're going to use Chainlink 2 Nibiru on our opponent. And after that, we're going to do Chainlink 3 Baoku. Discard a card for cost. We're going to banish yourself and summon anything from grave. So it doesn't really matter what you summon here. It's just summon the DD Crow, I guess. Doesn't really matter. And then after that, she's going to resolve summoning back to DD Crow. And then Nibiru is going to resolve, right, wiping the whole board. So we're going to summon out the Nibiru, give our opponent a token. And then after that, Trouble Sunny is going to resolve, summoning back our 2 twins. And then after that, Kisako is going to draw a card. And then Lila, of course, is going to pop a card on the field. So with that, that is our whole board. And remember, we still have Kisako Frost effect. So we still have Kisako to draw another card. And this could be potentially 2 hand traps, doesn't really matter. I didn't shuffle the deck, so of course, it's not going to be really anything good right now. But these could be more hand traps that you can use to interrupt your opponent. So that's why I'm running a lot of non-once per turn hand traps, such as DD Crow and stuff like that. But of course, you still have stuff like Ash Balls and stuff like that that is not really once per turn. And yeah, so this is the whole board you really get with this 1-card combo. And I'll show you guys what you're going to be doing on the following turn, right? So as an example. So of course, a Baoku comes on end phase. And then after that, we're going to go draw phase, draw the additional card, and then use a Baoku's effect on standby phase, okay? She's going to be drawing cards equal to the number of different types we have in our graveyard, okay? So we have DD Crow, which is a winged beast. We have Trouble Sunny, that's a fiend. Vec Veiler, that's a spellcaster. Ash Blossom, that's a zombie. And that is a Cybers. So that is a total of 5 cards. So we're going to be drawing 5 cards. If our opponent got rid of our Nibiru, that would be 6, but unfortunately he didn't. So in this case we didn't, so that would only be 5 cards. So we basically get a nice little pot of prosperity here, choosing what 5 cards we draw 5 cards and put back 5. So we have to choose what we want our hand to really to be. So let's say we want to put back these 5 on the bottom of the deck, and then after that, what we could do something like this. We can actually link these 2 into our copy of Axis Code Talker. Or what you can actually do instead is you can actually link these 2 here for a unicorn or SP, doesn't really matter. Banish something, and then after that you can go link these 2 into Axis Code, copy the SP, that's going to be 43. And next after that you can go Baoku's effect, discard a card, use her effects, banish yourself, summon back Trouble Sunny, And then this is 43, and then after that 33 plus the effect to tribute herself, summon these two back, pop a card, draw a card, and this is gonna be absolute game. This is actually insane. So yeah, the snapback is really insane. You could kill your opponent pretty easily once you're able to stop them enough with your hand traps. So yeah, one card combo insane. But let's show you guys combo number 2. Alright, so welcome to combo number 2. This is gonna be combo number 2, 2-card combo. Basically, all you need is a live twin monster plus an extender. So this could be it could be any kind of extender, any of the live twin extenders such as Lila or Treat, doesn't really matter. And this could be either Keyscale, Lila, or any access to either of these two. So this could be Lila plus Secret Password, it could be Lila plus Keyscale, it could be Keyscale plus... basically, the possibilities are pretty broad, to be honest. So this is gonna be a nice 2-card combo. So what we're gonna do here, and of course we have 3 other cards in hand, right? So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna normal summon Lila, activate her effect. Since we already have a Keyscale in our hand and we're only running 1 copy, we're gonna summon out a regular Keyscale from our deck. Okay. Next, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna link these two off. So this is gonna be a little bit similar to the first combo. So I'm gonna speed through this real quick. So we're gonna summon Keyscale, summon back Lila, Lila effect. I mean not Lila effect. We're gonna link these two into Lila, Lila effect, summon back Keyscale. Next, we're gonna go ahead and Keyscale, draw a card, and then after that, let me see if okay, no, we don't need that card right now. So I was just making sure that wasn't Sharvar or something like that. So next, we're gonna go link the Keyscale off for some, and then for our copy of Trouble Sunny. Okay, let me put that right there. Next, after that, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go ahead and use our Trouble Sunny effect, summon back these two, and then now finally we get to summon out our Keyscale Frost. Okay, so very important here. Now we're gonna do go link in these into. Now we're into our Baoku. We're gonna summon out our Yama. Okay, Yama is gonna go ahead and grab a Sharvar from deck. So we're gonna add Sharvar from deck to hand. So this is where the Unchained Engine comes in. Very nice here. Next, we're gonna link these two. Not for a Rage. We're actually gonna link into Muckraker. Okay, very important here because we do need some more bodies in order to go to our Baoku, right? So we're gonna discard any card from our hand to use to use the Muckraker's effect to summon Keyscale from grave, right? Now what we could do, we could go Shavara, pop the Muckraker, summon the Shavara, okay? Because this could target any fiend. Now since the card we control is destroyed, we can use Yama's effect, banishing herself, and it's gonna summon any fiend from grave, and we have the option to pop a card in the field, which I'm not gonna do right now, okay? Next we can link these two off for a copy of Rage, okay? And now since Sharvar was sent to the graveyard, we can activate his effect. It's gonna go ahead and set our Abominable Chamber of the Unchained from our deck to our field, okay? But I'm gonna, it's gonna set it, but I'm gonna keep it face up for now, just to show you guys that that is Abominable right there, okay? Next, lastly, what we're gonna do, we're gonna link these two off into our copy of Abaoku, the Lightless Shadow, okay? Now finally here, we're gonna use Abaoku's effect to discard a card in order to go ahead and banish yourself and in order to summon back the Trouble Sunny. Now you do get a little bit less card advantage than you would usually do for the 1-card combo. Like for the 1-card combo, I think you end on 4 cards in hand because you discard you draw, but you discard it off of the Baoku. But this time you get 2 cards, but you do get a little bit more, a little bit of a better board, right? So you do get Abominable Chamber. Let me show you guys what you actually have here. So end phase, you summon this back, and this is your board, right? So this is what you have. You have Trouble Sunny that can summon back Keyscale that can both pop and draw a card. So let's do that right now. We're gonna go ahead and use Trouble Sunny's effect in order to summon back these two. Keyscale's gonna draw. Lila's gonna pop, and it's gonna be really like any hand traps really. So as you can see, we have Ash, Veiler, Callby, and then you also have our copy of Abominable Chamber that can summon back the Rage. And then the Rage effect can actually activate. Actually, we actually activated this already. Now we can actually go Rage effect, link with our opponent's monster into SP. And then SP effect can go ahead and activate. We can banish any card from our opponent's field or graveyard. And remember, we have also the second effect of SP's effect that we can banish 2 cards on the field, right? So we can banish the 2 cards in 1, basically, right? So yes, so 3 removals off of just 1 card. So that's why the Unchained Engine is absolute must in this deck, and it's way better than just 1 hand trap. Hand traps are usually a 1-for-1 trade. This is Unchained by itself is actually a 3-for-1 trade. So really insane here. And not only that, you do have whatever hand traps you have in hand. And let's say if you don't have anything you need. So let's say if you drew into an imperm on your opponent's turn, off of like any of your key skills. So this is why we're running out like 3 imperms. So let's say if you use key skill frost and you draw into like an imperm or something like that. What you can actually do, you could actually go into Battle Crew effect, discard a card, and then you actually pop a card on the field, not targeting. So it still puts the imperm into use as discard fodder for your Battle Crew, right? So really, really insane here, and you still get left with like 1 to 0 cards in hand depending on what you have. But most of the time, you're not going to be using all the cards you have because that's mostly just this is enough to stop your opponent's board. So you'll be still like ended up with like 1 or 2 cards in hand, or sometimes even 3. And yeah, this is the board. This is actually insane follow-up too. So let me show you guys the follow-up you have with this deck, right? So let's say if you draw a card, right? So in this case, we draw Sunny Snitch, and we go ahead and give this nice deck give this deck a nice shuffle. Sorry, been speaking all day in school, so little rusty with my speaking. Been speaking all day, and now what we're gonna do? We're gonna be using our Balcony standby phase since we have Spellcaster, Zombie Fiend. We also have Cybers, and if you have any other types, so you, of course you have another Imperm and our Secret Password, so you don't have any other types, but we do have 4 types, so we have to draw 4 cards and put back 4 cards, okay? So what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be drawing 4 cards, okay? And depending on what we need, so let's say we don't need this Fool Loss, we don't need this Nibiru, we don't, actually I do want to keep the cross out. We don't need the double cross. I mean, we can use the double cross. Actually, I'm going to keep the double cross. We don't have to. We don't need the call by, and we don't really need the Sunny Snitch. I don't think. Yeah, we could just put back these 4. It's just an example, to be honest. And next after that, what we could do, we could go about Ku's effect. Discard a card in order to summon back any light or dark from grave, banishing herself. So we're gonna summon back something like Rage. So this is very important because this is Unchained Name. So what you could do now, you could link these 2 into something. And if you had the extra normal summon, you could actually normal summon this and save your Lilith for something else, which would be a little bit better. And next, what you could do, you can actually link into Anguish. Anguish would then link with your opponent's monster into something, so you can summon really anything here. You can summon Axis Kotak, which would be really big right now. So this is gonna be 5,300. And after that, of course, you still have Kisco's effect, summon back Lila. And then Lila's gonna pop a card on the field. And after that, remember, you still have Axis Kotak that could pop like 1 or 2 cards on field because you could banish a Trouble Sunny or something. You can also banish a Rage because you both have light and darks in grade, right? So really, really insane here. And then after that, you could also go into another Trouble Sunny. So that's why we're running 2 Trouble Sunny here. So you link the Kisco and Lila off for the Trouble Sunny. Or what you can actually do instead here, what you could do, after you summon back the Lila, since you did not use the Lila's effect to summon back the Kisco, what you could do, you could banish the Trouble Sunny in grave in order to send the Kisco and send a card you control to grave non-targeting. Then you can actually go Lila effect, summon back the Kisco. Kisco draws a card, so we can just draw a card here, doesn't really matter what it is. And then after that, we can link into another Trouble Sunny and just attack for game. This is already more than 8,000 here. And then you also can just, like, if you don't have enough, you just send back these 2 and then attack for game. And remember, you also have cards like the Sunny Snitch that make your life point gap even bigger, so it's just really easy OTK with this deck. Yeah, so that is it. Actually, no, that is actually it. Let me go on to combo number 3. Alright, so for the last and final combo of today's video, this is going to be any live to monster plus a Spright Blue. This could also be Spright Jet, doesn't really matter, but preferably Spright Blue because this gives you an extra body. So to start things off, we're going to be summoning back Lila, and then this is something about a Kisco from grave, okay? I mean, not Kisco from grave, my bad. I'm thinking of the Evil Twin. We're going to summon Kisco Frost from deck. Now, since we control level 2, we summon Blue. Blue is going to grab a Jet. Next, we can summon Jet here. Jet is going to grab Starter. I mean, not Starter, my bad. Double Cross, okay? I'm getting all my cards mixed up here. So we're going to keep the Double Cross for later. We're not going to set it just yet. So this is a nice extra interruption that we have here. And then next, we could actually link these 2 off. And then go and summon Kisco. Kisco effect, summon back Lila. So, you know, we're just going to keep on link climbing here. Same as usual. We're going to go Lila, summon back Kisco. And then Kisco effect to go ahead and draw a card, right? So we summon any card. Oh, sorry about that. We're gonna draw any card here. Let's see if I can fix this. Actually, you know what? That's actually fine there. And then after that, what we can do here, we're gonna go link into Trouble Sunny. And after that, go Trouble Sunny's effect, tribute itself for the 2 twins, right? Next, you can also link these two again for a Yama. Next, Yama's gonna grab Shavar. Okay. Very, very important here, because now what we're gonna do, we are going to go ahead and link the blue and the Yama into our copy of Rage. Okay. Next, you're gonna go ahead and use Shavar's effect, popping the Rage, summoning itself, and after that, you're gonna activate the effect of Yama. Since the card you control was destroyed, you get to summon anything from grave. You banish yourself, summon anything from grave. So it doesn't really matter what fiend you summon here. So in this case, I'm just gonna summon Rage, but it doesn't really matter what you summon here, right? So next, what you're gonna do, you're gonna link all three of these off for your A-Bao. Like the shadow again, and then after that, you're gonna use Shavar's effect. Since it was sent to grave, it's gonna set the Abominable from deck. Okay. So next, after this, you're gonna use A-Bao's effect to discard any card from your hand. So this could be, I'm gonna keep this face up for now, and then you're gonna go ahead and banish the A-Bao. And then after that, you're gonna summon back the Trouble Sunny. Okay. So really, really nice here. Now what you're able to do, you're gonna be able to set your double cross, which is, I'm gonna keep this face up here. And then after that, end phase, A-Bao comes back. Okay. So this is your board. So this is really nice here, because now with this 2-card combo specifically, this is probably the best combo to get in the deck. You do not need to discard an extra card off of a Muckraker. So you do still get to keep an extra card in hand. Let's see what we have here. We have absolutely no hand trap, but that's okay. Sometimes you get hands like that, but this board is really good enough. So let's see what we actually have here, right? So we do have Abominable that could summon back the Rage. Remember how we have a Keyskill Frost draw, so we can draw another card. That's we draw into Nibiru. That's nice. We also have a Trouble Sunny effect that could tribute herself, summon back the 2 twins, and then after that, pop a card off of Lela and draw a card off Keyskill. And then after that, let's say if we don't want to use this Nibiru, we have a A-Bao that can either summon anything from grave, but nothing really is going to help us in grave. So what we're going to do, we're actually just going to go ahead and pop a card on field, non-targeting. And then next after that, you also have Double Cross that can steal a monster. So basically you just steal a monster off of the Double Cross. You could point, since the Keyskill points here, you could steal something from grave, doesn't really matter. And you also have Rage that could also link with your opponent's monster into an SP. And then SP can go ahead and banish something, and then SP can go again to banish another card. Absolutely insane. For a 2-card combo, that's actually the most balanced yet broken thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, Baoku by herself makes this deck so powerful. And remember, we still have that OTK potential. With the Unchained engine, this deck is absolutely easy to OTK with. And with the Spright engine, it just adds that extra interruption, the extra guaranteed interruption. It just makes this deck absolutely insane. Remember, I was telling you guys, the Spright engine is way better than the Parallel Seed engine. And I just showed you guys why. It's really good. Instead of ending on a Trouble Sunny Baguska, we actually leveled up our deck to, like, to not lose the impermanent. Like, the only thing that this deck really loses to is like board breakers, but you can run like Solemn Judgment aside for that. So yeah. If you want to see more decks, if you want to see more videos like this, that we test out new cards in live tune, don't forget to comment down below. And then after that, that is it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys found this informative. This was a very long video to make, so hope you guys consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. Sorry if this wasn't the best quality. I'm just getting back into doing like real life filming. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.